My first experience with a man while crossdressed exceeded all my expectations, brimming with unexpected sensations and illicit thrills. With my ex-husband away, the house felt empty, fueling a craving for excitement. Embracing my secret passion for dressing up, I indulged further that night. A glass of wine bolstered my resolve as I delved into a crossdressing chatroom. Among the various rooms, a T4M chatroom intrigued me. Despite initial hesitation, temptation won out. Little did I anticipate the profound impact of that choice. Among the conversations, one man's boldness and confidence set him apart. His words stirred sensations I hadn't known, drawing me in despite my doubts. Conflicted, torn between past norms and newfound desires, I felt an irresistible urge growing within me. As the night wore on, resistance waned. With trembling hands and a racing heart, I embraced a decision that would redefine my evening. Leaving the virtual safety behind, I ventured into the real world, bound for a nearby gay club. Entering the club, a surge of nervous excitement engulfed me. Fear and anticipation mingled as I navigated the unfamiliar surroundings. Amid the crowd of strangers, he approached. Confident and charming, his hungry gaze electrified me. We settled at the bar, our unspoken words speaking volumes. He saw through my facade, embracing me without reservation. As the night unfolded, our connection deepened. I bared my soul, sharing desires and fears hidden for so long. His tender acceptance resonated within me, igniting a sense of belonging I hadn't known before. His probing questions unearthed primal urges long dormant within me, stirring desires buried deep. Our dance sparked a wildfire of passion, consuming me wholly. In perfect sync, our bodies moved, surrendering to the magnetic pull of desire. His touch ignited an insatiable hunger, overwhelming in its intensity. I yielded to the inevitable, consumed by the heat of the moment. Wordlessly, we sought refuge in a secluded corner, where passion could reign unrestricted. Confessions spilled forth, unveiling my deepest longings. His knowing smile mirrored understanding as I yearned for a pleasure beyond compare. In a moment of raw vulnerability, I dared to touch him, sensing the fervor of his desire beneath my fingertips. Tension crackled in the air, irreversible now. As we sought privacy, the world faded, leaving only us enveloped in a haze of longing. His hands guided me, leading to realms of pleasure uncharted, surrendering to the moment's heat. In the dim glow of his living room, our bodies intertwined in a symphony of desire and urgency. His touch ignited a wildfire, leaving me gasping for breath. My yearning defied reason, marking a point of no return. Our kiss ignited a frenzy of passion and longing, our bodies merging in an urgent embrace. His arousal pressed against me, a tangible reminder of the hunger consuming us both. With trembling hands, I dared to touch him, sensing the intensity of his desire. Heart racing, I hesitated briefly before succumbing to fate's design. Guided by him, I embarked on a journey to unparalleled pleasure. In the throes of ecstasy, doubts and fears dissolved, leaving only the raw intensity of our connection. The aftermath of our clandestine encounter left me reeling, awash in the wake of newfound intensity. I had ventured into uncharted realms of pleasure and longing, forever altered by the ecstasy of revelation. As I grappled with the aftermath, I acknowledged the irreversible shift within me. The forbidden fruit of desire had been tasted, leaving an indelible mark upon my soul. Memories of that night would linger, haunting me in the days to come. Yet, amidst the turmoil, a sense of self-discovery emerged. I had unearthed a passion buried deep within, defying all reason. Forever changed, I embraced the uncertainty ahead, knowing I had found a facet of myself long forgotten. Navigating the complexities of my newfound desires, I embraced a journey of self-discovery and liberation. Embracing my truth, I faced the challenges ahead with unwavering resolve. In the days following our encounter, thoughts of him consumed me. His touch, his gaze, his words lingered, fueling an unquenchable fire within. I yearned for his touch once more, craving the ecstasy of surrender. Despite returning to routine, restlessness gnawed at me. Memories of our time together tormented, teasing with promises of ecstasy. I couldn't resist the pull to see him again, to delve deeper into the desire that bound us. Driven by insatiable hunger, I reached out to him, heart pounding as I confessed my longing. His fervent response matched my own, kindling a flame that left me breathless. In a secluded corner, tension crackled between us, drawing us into a dance of desire. His touch ignited a wildfire within me, confirming our deep connection. Our bodies moved in perfect synchrony, transcending boundaries in a symphony of need. His arousal pressed against me, intensifying the hunger within. Wordlessly, we sought refuge in a private sanctuary where passion could reign unrestricted. In our embrace, our bodies became one in a whirlwind of ecstasy. His touch guided me to uncharted pleasure, and I surrendered willingly. Doubts vanished, leaving only unbridled passion between us. In the heat of the moment, desire consumed us, our bodies intertwining in desperation. His touch ignited a wildfire, leaving me gasping. Logic bowed to longing as I found my true match in his embrace. Our kiss fused us in a symphony of need. His arousal against me signaled an undeniable hunger. With trembling hands, I dared to touch him, feeling his desire beneath my fingertips. Guided by him, I surrendered to a pleasure unknown, unraveling in ecstasy. Doubts dissolved in the surge of passion between us. Our bodies danced in longing, teetering on the edge of bliss. His touch set me ablaze, every sensation electrifying. Moans escaped as he matched my hunger, igniting a frenzy of delight. Arching into him, I offered all, consumed by passion. His kiss seared me, tongues entwined in forbidden ecstasy. Gasping for air, his whispered words fueled desire, pushing me to the brink. With a primal growl, he claimed me, lifting and positioning me perfectly. Our gaze locked in heated hunger as he entered, unleashing waves of ecstasy. Legs wrapped around him, urging him deeper, we moved as one in a symphony of need. Each thrust heightened tension to an unbearable peak. Together, we surrendered to explosive release. Bodies trembled in ecstasy, cries mingling as we reached the peak together. In that moment, doubt and fear vanished, leaving only the raw intensity of our shared desire. As pleasure ebbed, we lay intertwined, bodies slick with sweat, hearts racing from our union. His eyes mirrored my desires and fears, the air heavy with passion and uncertainty. Emotions surged within, conflicting desires and tangled thoughts swirling. Crossing that threshold, our fates intertwined in a dance of lust and longing beyond reason. He caressed my face tenderly, a stark contrast to our earlier intensity. His touch sent shivers down my spine, warmth spreading from his fingertips. In his embrace, I found solace, a connection reaching beyond the physical. Silent, we lay together, the weight of unspoken words and promises heavy between us. Ahead lay challenges and uncertainties, but in that moment, our bond was paramount. Forged in passion, it bound us together, transcending the trials ahead.